This is the plaintiff, Raven Cooper. She says the defendant is her father, and he foolishly put her washer and dryer on the street for her to pick up. But by the time she got there, they were stolen. Her father made a poor decision by placing her appliances on the curb for all the world to steal, and father or no father, she's here suing him for the $1,000 he owes her. This is the defendant, Dwayne Cooper Sr. He says his daughter left the appliances at his house for 2 years. He told her on numerous occasions to retrieve her belongings because he didn't have room for them, but she never did. Bottom line, he needed to leave the house. He put the washer-dryer in his backyard and has no idea what happened to them. He's accused of not being too fatherly.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated, come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn in.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, father-daughter,
Yes.
you had a washer and dryer in your possession.
Yes.
And you were moving to a place where there was no hookup.
Right.
All right, did you get rid of the washer dryer or what'd you do with it?
I gave it to I told my dad to hold it, and he lived maybe like 4 minutes from where I resided. So
you told him to hold it or you told him to install it in his place?
I told him, well, it was okay for him to use it. But it was to hold. It was to hold until my landlord put the washing machine and dryer.
Which was supposed to happen when?
He told me about a year.
Okay, so in any event, so you'd ask your dad to hold it for how long?
Just until the landlord was able to do what.
And how was it that you were able to take the washer? Where'd you get the washer dryer, by the way?
I got it from a used like a.
So, and how long had you had it?
I had it for maybe like 2 years.
Okay, so now you are moving from the place. You lived at that place for how long?
About 3 years.
Yeah. All right. So what happened? I'm gonna leave it with you for a year, Dad. What happened with that? Like, how did 3 years happen?
The landlord didn't do what he was supposed to do.
Can I ask you a question? I see a Facebook message that you send your dad saying, "I want my money. I want my washer dryer" in 2016. That's fresh when you had just asked him to hold it. So why were you sending that?
Because the agreement was that he was going to allow me to wash me and my kids' clothes. So eventually, like soon after he got it, the washing machine and dryer, and was using it, it seemed as if like I started to get funny reactions to try to use it myself. You know, he started complaining about his water bill. He started telling me, oh, I could only wash it on Sundays. So I was already like very upset that I made the decision to give it to him.
So do you two have a good relationship?
No, we don't.
Okay. Did you ever have a good relationship?
Yes, we did.
Okay. When did the relationship go this sour?
Recently.
Over this? For a washer dryer?
Not
An
over
old
this
used
at all.
washer dryer?
Not over this at all, no.
Okay. What did it go sour over?
As a father, you expect so much from your daughter, and she felt that, how can I say it? I just didn't like things. She was, her hanging out, her drinking, stuff like that. So,
So you commented?
One of the reasons why I was moving was because of her, because she'd be banging on my door 5, 6 in the morning, where the whole 3-family house could hear. So I was moving way before, because of this, because
Okay.
she was annoying.
Okay.
Also, I did give her a chance to use the washer at the house. She used it several times. She used to pop up at any time and say, I want to use it, I want to use it. That's when I said, we have to come up with some type of schedule.
All right, let me ask you a question. When you decided to move, did you tell her, come and get your washer dryer?
Yes, I did.
All right, when did you tell her that?
I told her boyfriend at least 3 weeks. He seen me taking stuff. He says, Dad, I didn't know you was moving that soon. I said, yes, I'm getting out of here. So I told her 3 weeks ahead of time. Then I told her a week before that.
Wait, that's you telling the boyfriend, yes, I'm moving. When do you tell her, take your things?
A week before and the day I would move.
Did you actually speak to her a week before?
I did.
And?
And I told her, she said, okay. I guess they had a problem getting a truck or something.
Okay, how do you know that?
Because that's what I was told. That's what she told me.
Who told you that?
My daughter.
All right, and then the day you're moving, what happens?
I paid someone to help me move it up out of my basement. I put it on the side of the house, the back of the house, I'm sorry, where no one usually take it. If you put your furniture up front, then it's for free. People come get it.
Right.
So I put it in the back, and I left
Was
it
it
there.
was it under?
It was under a blue.
Was it covered?
Yes, it was. It had
Okay.
a blue tank.
And is
over
it a fenced-in yard or no?
No.
Okay. So you leave it there, and what do you reach out to her again?
Yes, I do.
How do you reach out to her that time?
I spoke to her over the phone.
And what'd you tell her?
I says that I have to go. I'm moving. You have to come get your stuff. She says, okay. She didn't come that day she's supposed to come. She came the following day and called me up and says, it's not there. I says, I left it there. You know, I'm very sorry. I left
And
it
then
there.
you feel that for a washer and dryer that you paid $400 for in 2014, that you should get $1,000 in 2020.
Well, no, I just feel that I should be compensated, and that the hookup that I have now, it only will allow a stackable.
Well, that's
so
a you
because
problem.
I don't have.
If it only allows a stackable,
Yeah.
then I guess you need yourself a stackable. I mean, that's not. So what? Let me ask you a question. Your version of this is what?
My version is I wasn't given enough notice.
What notice were you given?
The day that he put it out on the curb, that was the notice I got to come.
Who
get
did you get that notice from?
My dad. I spoke to him the same day he called
And
me.
he said, I put it on the curb?
He said it's outside to go get your.
Okay, so he didn't say curb.
Right, but
Okay.
that was the only notice. That's the only time
And
that
then you went to get it when?
I came to get it that same day. That same day, I was very, very stressed out.
How did you get a truck so fast?
I contacted so many people. I ended up having a friend ask her dad. And
Okay.
her dad.
So you brought the truck, all that, you did all that in one day, and then you went over there and it was missing already.
And it was already gone. I called him then that same day, and I said, "It's I don't see it." And he's explaining to me where it is, and I'm telling him, "I don't see it. I don't see it." I honestly,
He says he called you a week beforehand and that he spoke to your man a month beforehand.
No, we didn't even know that was the day that he was moving. When I got the phone call, my stuff was already outside. I'd never had a chance.
Okay, but you knew he was moving.
I didn't. He said he was moving, but you don't really know.
I know. So what hustle do you engage in to get your property out of there that you've had stored there for 3 years? If you knew the man was moving, it's because he told you he was moving. So what did you think was going to happen?
You don't really know that. He told me he had moved. He wasn't even staying there. He supposedly was staying in Southbury.
All the more reason for you to get your washer dryer out of there. How do you figure that something worth $400 in 2014 is worth, even $200 in 2020?
Well, I just figured that if I had my washing machine and dryer, I would be able to use it and wash
Right.
my
So the
kids'
question would
clothes.
be, at best, the question for this court would be, if you're right and it's his fault it's missing, which I'm not sure you are, when would the value of it have increased from 2014 to, because all you, stop, listen, if he still had it, what you'd have is the depreciated value of something you bought for $400 6 years ago. You understand that?
Right, I understand.
So what's that worth? What do you think you could sell that for?
Yeah, I totally
A peanut,
understand.
So it would never be what you're saying. So I've seen the text afterwards, and I see how testy things got. And I'm sure that in your mind you feel, look, you're my father. You should have watched out for me more. And in his mind, he feels you're kind of entitled. And why are you talking to me like that? You're telling me I owe you as opposed to, will you help me? And it's kind of sad if there was at one point, there was a good relationship between you guys that, I certainly hope it's something more than a washer dryer that led to whatever the problem is. What is the problem?
Oh, at this point, I'm more so just bothered because my washing machine and dryer is what's needed. The agreement was to hold on to it. I was going to get it back. I need a washing machine and dryer because my kids go to a school.
Yeah, you're telling me things I don't,
Okay,
listen,
well,
you need a washer dryer because every human needs one. The problem that we have here is, were you justified in just waiting and waiting and waiting until it's convenient for you? You've got nowhere to put this stuff. You've got nothing to, so you just keep waiting because you don't think he's going to put it out. But he is going to put it out. It's not a problem until it becomes a problem, right? And then all of a sudden he calls you And according to you, I hustled, got a truck, and it was missing. According to him, you didn't call him back until the next day, which was when?
It was after May sometime. We also were employed at the same place. So
Wait. You're employed at the same place those whole 30 days we're talking about?
that's what I'm trying to explain.
Okay, so what I'm trying to explain to you is if you get wind of the fact that he's moving and you know your
That's
stuff
what
is
I'm-
there, what you said
was-
I knew he was moving. I didn't know what day.
There was no actual date.
Then why don't you turn around and ask him, listen, I got to get my washer and dryer. What day are you moving? How about that? Because we know that the end of the month is coming.
Yeah, it
All right,
wasn't.
listen, I'm finding in this case, based on the facts that are in front of me, in favor of the defendant. I don't believe that he owes you something because you didn't make it your business to figure out when he was moving. And or, worse than that, he actually told you, take the thing, and you still didn't get your act together. I'm finding in favor of the defendant.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So in this daughter versus father lawsuit, the daughter has lost. The judge found against you. What are you thinking?
I think that it's terrible that he's allowed to put my stuff outside and not be compensated for it. So to me, that's just not right. It's not. You should pay for something that was lent and you was holding.
The judge said the onus was on you to get it, and you just didn't get there in time to get it. And let me ask you another question now. What's this going to do to your relationship between you and
Well,
father?
we weren't talking already, and I just feel that he knows he's responsible for the washer and dryer. So, he should compensate for that.
Look, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about this relationship you have with your father. Was it tough to sue him? Was it hard for you to do that?
It was, but it's because, what's right is right, and it's not fair.
Well, the judge said you're wrong, okay? Just so you know. So you lost. All right, Mr. Cooper. Your daughter's still upset, but anyway, you won the case.
Yes, sir.
Step over here. So what are you thinking about this whole thing? Were you surprised to have her sue you?
Very much so.
Shocked, probably, huh?
Very much so. I didn't think I raised her that way.
Yeah. So what happens now?
Well, I guess after everything cools down, I'll reach out to her.
Are you still working together in the same company?
No.
Well, good luck to you. Okay,
Thank you
no
very
one
much.
likes to see a father-daughter split up like this,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
especially over washing machines. My God. All right, thank you very much. All right, Harvey, what do you think?
So, Doug, this is pretty simple. The defendant told the plaintiff numerous times to pick up the washer and dryer. She didn't. It was abandoned. End of story.